Let's see, lights go out. We go racing. Kieran Shanks with a blinder. Down towards turn one. Contact with Archer McMillan, and those two have had it coming together. Back up front, goal! Timing is the key to comedy. Maroney tags the back of Christian Flagg, turns him around. Foster leads the way. Seth Carlson goes to the inside. Kieran Shanks right behind him. Maroney behind Foster. 3 wide as they come down into the turn. Shanks gets his beak in front. And here comes Foster. Is he going to make it 4 wide? You bet your backside he's going to. Hard under brakes. 3 wide. He's contacted with Foster. Those two are around. Shanks back out into the race lead.
Nathan, we're 3 wide. Why are you turning in?
That championship here and he didn't deserve it all. But yeah, whatever.
I told you there was passion. I told you there was passion.
I had damage to my outside front and I couldn't turn.
So they've made contact yet again.
Damage, Dave, not at all.
Here is their second contact. It's going to be in the final turn. Ooh, I don't know if Foster had damage and caused that.
Look at my onboard, Nathan. I'm trying to turn, man. I'm sorry.
Kieran's got his nose just in front. Seb sticks it up the inside. Here comes Rogers as well. It's a 3-way dice into the final turn. Kieran protects that inside line. Can he hold them out to the start-finish line? Checkered flag is waving. Not much between them. Seb on the outside. Rogers on the inside. It's going to be Shanks' victory, though. Kieran Shanks takes the win. The win. Well, that's where we're at. The tension was high last week. You can imagine what it's going to be like here this week. Here is the man who could take out the championship with 2 rounds left to go with the Big V. The World Championship at stake for Kieran Shanks, and we come all the way to Winton Raceway in Victoria. 20 degrees, 53% relative humidity, cloudy conditions, and a very soft breeze coming across. It's a difficult track, a technical track, 2.95 kilometres in length. It's situated almost at sea level in the centre of Victoria in Australia. A hometown track for Nathan Maroney, currently leading the championship at the moment, but plenty of work to be done. He needs to take a victory here and have Kieran Shanks have a DNF. Good qualifying just getting underway. Runners out there getting their warm-up laps in before their first flying lap. With so much at stake this week, we are in for an absolute blinder. I can't honestly remember the last time I've been nervous coming into a commentary session, but I am today. I understand exactly what's at stake, and it's going to be fascinating. Kieran Shanks looking to try and take out the title here today. Now, Kieran, earlier today I caught up with him and he said he's not overly confident at the moment here at this track. He doesn't have the speed that he was hoping for, and he feels like he's got it all to do here. Nathan Maroney, on the other hand, has been absolutely lightning here. Now, he's got a bit of a problem this week. His NBN is down, which means he is in a world of hurt with regards to his internet coverage. He's using 5G at the moment to try and keep him in the hunt. Now, they set sights on their qualifying lap. You're on board with the man who wants to try and take the victory in the World Championship here today, Kieran Shanks, making his way around the circuit. Let's find out if he's been sandbagging or, in fact, he's lacking a little bit of pace. He's got the skill and he's got the demeanour to try and take this out. Ben Rogers is going to put in a quick time here. He's about at the same section of the track as Kieran. Received a magenta for his second, but now Kieran Shanks has taken that away. Kieran with a green in the first, a magenta in the second, so he's on for a hot lap. Let's see what he can do. 6 minutes left to go. Down through the left-hander, smoothly through there, just a little bit wide of the apex than he would have liked, but good enough to get that second magenta in the third sector. One more sector to go. Comes around onto the start-finish straight here at Winton Raceway. Down across the strike, Ben Rogers goes quickest. Messimer goes to second. What can Shanks do? Goes to the top of the list, 1:33.1. That's going to be a good time. Nathan Maroney, what's he able to do? Runs very wide, picks up a bit of ripple strip, so at the moment it's Shanks, Flag, Coulson, Rogers and Messima. Chase Johnson goes up into fourth. Here comes Moroney. No purple or magenta sections for him. There's the strike, comes down across the line. What's he going to post? Fourth fastest. Not one of his best laps today. I've seen him do a 1:33 flat, so he's 0.5 off his fastest time. Stays on the gas. Christian Flag out there. He's got magenta in the first sector. Kieran Shanks in pit lane, riding on board with the man who currently sits second at the moment, Christian Flag. Only a couple more turns here at Winton Raceway in Victoria in Australia to complete, to set another time. What's he going to do? Christopher Cassiano, third fastest for him, 1:33.4. He's on it as well. And he picks up a magenta for his second sector. Here comes Christian Flag onto the start-finish straight. About to come down across the line. What's he able to do? Does he improve? A 1:33.3. He does improve. Here's Chase Johnson, a man with a mountain of experience in Formula V's. Onto the start-finish straight he comes. Sits in seventh at the moment, looking to try and improve. Across the strike he goes. What time does he clock up? 1:33.8, so he can't improve. Here's Christopher Cassiano. Who else have we got? Nathan Moroney trying to improve on his time. Clocks his second lap up. What does he get? Fifth at the moment. Goes to the top. 1:33.1 for Nathan Moroney. The gauntlet has been thrown down. Cassiano on track at the moment still. He crosses the line, goes third quickest. Puts Christian Flag back into fourth. Foster makes his way up onto the start-finish straight. Good first and second sector from him as well. Can he put himself into the mix? Crosses the line. Waiting for the time. Fifth fastest, 1:33.3 for him. David Babson coming around to complete his first flying lap. Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. Okay. Qualifying done. Well, let's check out the championship standings as we get ready to go racing. Nathan Moroney leads the championship with 1,589 points over Christopher Cassiano, 1,510. Christian Flag on 1,500. Then Kieran Shanks, 1,421, but has not raced in all of the rounds. If he can win this, he will not have to worry about drop rounds and he will go straight to the top of the list. Suleiman Khan in fifth spot, Eric Lancheres in sixth, Daniel Delic in seventh. Then we've got Sakara Mazzano in eighth, Clean in ninth, and Parent rounds out the top 10. This is the way they'll line up. Nathan Moroney out in front on pole position with that 1:33.14. Kieran Shanks will be alongside. Then Chris Cassiano, Christian Flag. Next row sees Foster and Coulson, Rogers and Johnson in the next row. Bronson, Messima and Babson rounds out the 11. So that's the way they're going to line up here for what is going to be a fascinating round of the championship. The final round about to get underway as far as they're concerned for the championship hunt. Kieran Shanks, if he wins this, well, basically doesn't crash out. He's got a great chance of wrapping up the championship right here. Nathan Moroney alongside. This is going to be tense.
I've ever been in a higher strength of field race than this. This is impressive.
It's a huge strength of field. The TGR Nation crew have all come out to support and be a part of this, you can say it, historic moment, really, at the end of the day. Kieran Shanks looking to pick up his second world title. Nathan Moroney trying to win his first. You've got Chris Cassiano, Christian Flag, James Foster, Seb Coulson, who's won multiple championships himself. Benjamin Rogers in the mix as well, waiting for it. This is it. the last hurrah for the championship season. Oh, a great start by Kieran Shanks. He has left Maroney in his wake, and unfortunately for him, he's been tagged by Christopher Cassiano. He didn't get off the line at all quick.
Oh, when the lights shine the brightest.
Kieran Shanks out in front, and he is scooting away, and I dare say he'd be a very happy camper. He felt before the race that he was slow, but his qualifying time proved that he's right up there on the pace, and he's got Christian Flagg sitting right behind him at the moment. Lap 1, cold tyres. So a devastating start there for Nathan Maroney. Falls back down into 9th spot. The pressure was on and the start didn't come. Christian Flagg sitting there in 2nd spot at the moment, holding that nice and clean. Then we go back to Foster, who's got Seb Carlson sitting right behind. Seb Carlson, a 2 times world champion, right behind Foster at the moment. And in behind him, Johnson, well within striking distance at the moment. Chase doing a great job, had a great run yesterday in the Formula Vee Trophy Series and finds himself back in the top 5 here as they battle out the World Championship. No change up front. Shanks still leading the way. Christian Flagg sitting right behind. 1 lap down. Now where's Maroney? Further back in the pack. There he is, making his way down towards turn 1 with plenty of work to do. He's got Chris Cassiano, who run into the back of him at the start. Nothing Chris could do. You expect the driver in front to get off the line and can catch you out so quickly. So quickly. Back up front, the man with number 1 on the side of his car leads the way. Christian Flagg sitting there in the slipstream, staying out of trouble. Is he going to launch an attack? Gets a great run through this section of the circuit. Foster holding out Seb Carlson at the moment. Chase right behind. Let's see from his viewpoint how this is shaping up. Quickest lap of 1:38.08 for Kieran Shanks on that opener. Let's see what he can do this time around. Ben Rogers sitting right behind this gaggle of cars. Only 0.8 back, so he's in the slipstream as well, making it more or less a 6-way dice. Down towards turn 1 they come. Kieran Shanks still holding out. Christian Flagg tucked up there in 2nd spot with a huge strength of field here for this race. There's plenty of championship points up for grabs. Foster bridging this gap slowly. He's got it down to 0.6 of a second, and he'll bring himself into the mix. Seb Carlson being nice and patient. Chase Johnson sitting right behind him. Under a bit of pressure from Ben Rogers now as he starts to bridge this gap. 1.4. In fact, just to correct myself, he's lost a little bit of time, Ben. As the pace up front continues, it's a 5-way dice for the slipstream at the moment. Kieran Shanks leading the way. Approaching half race distance. Maroney's made his way up into 7th, but it's down 6 spots. Chase Johnson with the fastest lap, a 1:32.8. Now Christian's having a go. Looks to the outside. He's going to try for the switchback. Does he get the run? He gets a great run. Side by side into the final turn. This brings Foster right into the fight as well. Flagg can't get the overtaking manoeuvre done. Foster is going to have a look down the inside into turn 1. And Chase Johnson's going with him as well. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Seb Carlson's going with him as well. Foster gets that second spot with a great manoeuvre down into turn 1, relegating Christian Flag back to third. Here comes Seb down the inside. He's got him. Foster has a moment. Front of the car moves. Safe for Seb Carlson as well. Almost losing it, those two. Really pushing hard at the moment as they make their way around on lap 4. There's Seb.
Sorry, Zed.
Cassiano has contact with Bronson.
No worries, man.
Fair bump, play on. And Kieran Shanks gives himself a half-second gap over Foster. Then we go back to Seb. Christian Flag, and in behind Christian Chase. Chase has now got Ben Rogers almost within striking range, 1.2 seconds down. A little bit of fighting up front and he'll be able to get back into this one. You can imagine what's going through Kieran Shank's mind at the moment. If he finishes in this position with 1 round left to go, he will be the world champion again. He knows the pressure. He's been here before. Can he do it today? Can he wrap it up? Foster sitting right behind in the slipstream, trying to bridge the gap. Coulson's going with him. He's sitting 0.7 seconds behind, so nothing between those, that lot. Is still well and truly in the slip. Didn't get a great run through turn 1 though. Here we go. Foster dives down the inside to take the race lead away from the championship protagonist. Up the inside, Kieran wants to fight back. It's on for young and old. It was always going to be. Nice, clean racing so far. Seb Carlson comes into the battle as well to make it a 3-way dice. Down into the double right-hander they come. Difficult part of the track to get right. The car wants to get loose here. And it's not over yet. James Foster now takes the lead in this race. Kieran Shanks behind, then Seb Coulson. What will he do? We saw at the previous round, he's prepared to race. Here comes Kieran. Down the inside, gets the overtaking manoeuvre done. Foster couldn't do anything about it. He was hung out on the outside. A great drive out of that right-handed hairpin for Kieran Shanks. Pulls out a gap. Here comes Flag down the inside of Carlson. Carlson runs wide to try and avoid contact. That opens the door for Christian Flag. They're still side by side, these two. Onto the start-finish straight. Foster's not done with yet. Wants to have another look at Kieran Shanks as they go down towards turn 1. Dives to the inside. Gets the overtaking manoeuvre done. Kieran backed out of it. Oh! Contact between Seb Carlson and Christian Flag. Christian's come back onto the track. I dare say he's got a flag. He's got a black flag. It says amber or yellow on screen, but that will be a black flag. That'll be a slowdown, I would suggest.
Well, sketch, David.
So the stakes are still very, very high here, as you can see. This is the battle for the race lead. Over half race distance in the bank. And at this stage, Kieran Shanks getting it exactly how he needs it. Christian Flag in a big battle at the moment. Absolute pressure that he is copying out there on the track. Trying to regather a couple of positions after running wide in turn 1. Whether he was given a helping hand, I don't know. Oh, contact! Contact! Seb Carlson has run into the back of Chase Johnson under braking, and he's around. So this is how intense it is. Seb doesn't make too many mistakes, but that's one that potentially he's made. Don't know. He may have been caught out. Chase may have broke early and caught him out. So that gives Christian Flag back up into 4th. He's battling out positions in this championship as well. Kieran Shanks leads the way. Here comes Foster again. He's relentless. Dives down the inside. Gets the overtaking manoeuvre done. It's like a replay of the previous race. Is Kieran going to have a look up the inside? You bet your bottom dollar. Goes side by side. In the right-hander. Can't get it done. Tucks back inside. Seb Carlson. in third spot. Then Christian Flagg, Ben Rogers once again staying out of trouble and picking up very valuable championship points. Great steer from him. Then there's a huge gap back to Chase Johnson and Nathan Moroney, who's sitting down there in seventh spot at the moment. Christopher Cassiano sitting right behind him. Foster leads them on to this back stretch. The 6 car holding the lead at the moment over the number 1 pilot. And the second highest ranked driver coming into this lobby today, Seb Coulson in the 2 car, sitting right behind. Here goes Shanks. Down the inside, side by side into the final turn complex they go. Still side by side. Foster backs out of it. That catches Seb out. Seb gets checked up there. Now he's got Christian Flagg all over the back of him. Here comes Ben Rogers into the fight as well. He wants a piece of the action. White flag comes out. We've got one more lap to go. Let's see what he can do. Can Kieran Shanks hold on? It's vital for him to wrap it up at this round. He probably will need to put in an appearance at the final round, but it's pretty much a fait accompli. The championship point ladder will be way too high for anybody to knock him off. He didn't race it every round this season, but he's made every round count. Only a few more turns to negotiate. Foster behind. Will he have a go? Seb Coulson sits there with Christian Flagg, who wants in, and Ben Rogers. All of them still in there with a fighting chance. Seb has a bit of a look at Foster, giving just a little bit more breathing space to Kieran Shanks. Onto the back stretch they come. The 1 car leads them around, and that's the position he wants to finish in at the end of the season. Foster a little bit too far back, one would think. Seb Coulson holding down third. Flagg's going to have a go at him as they come up towards the final turn. Kieran Shanks trying to break the draft. If Foster can have a go, you know he's going to. Down through the final group of turns. Very wide for Foster. He'll try and get the run down the straight, but it's not going to be good enough. Kieran Shanks makes it 2 world championships and takes out Big V. Crosses the line to take the checkered flag. Foster gallant in defeat. Then we go to Coulson, Flagg, Rogers, Johnson, Moroney, and there's a little bit of contact to wrap it up. I'm assuming that was a celebratory contact. Let's jump into Discord and see if we can catch up with Kieran Shanks. Kieran, I called it that way. I think you've taken it out. Congratulations.
I guess so, yeah.
I wrapped it up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, put it this way, Grant. If I haven't already, I just need to like enter any split next week and just pick up 180 points. So.
No, well done, Kieran. Fantastic for you, and enjoy. This is the way they finish up. Kieran Shanks with the win. Foster in second, only by a 0.049 of a second. Seb Coulson in a third spot. Then we go to Christian Flagg, Benjamin Rogers, Chase Johnson, Nathan Moroney. Disappointing for him. He'll be back next season. Don't worry about that. Christopher Cassiano, Zed Bronson, David Babson, and Dylan Messimer rounds out the 11 that took part. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And we'll look forward to bringing the final round of the championship. A dead rubber, as it may be, but still plenty of positions just outside the top 2 to be sorted out. We'll look forward to catching up with you next week. Bye for now.